Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, SHS-EAPP. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gap where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Structure is an important feature of academic writing. A well-structured text enables the reader to follow the argument and navigate the text. In academic writing, a clear structure and a logical flow are imperative to a cohesive text. Oh, hello there! It's Tuesday. It's English for academic and professional purposes time. I am Tutor Alvin, and I'll be your EAPP buddy for ETUlay online tutorial session at this hour. So, hello to our EAPP phenomenal students. So this is quarter 3, week 2, definitely, of our EAPP journey, or the English for academic and professional purposes. Ayan. So hello to my students there, to Enrico Dalupan. Good afternoon from YouTube, from Virgen de las Flores High School, grade 10. Oh, di ba? Kahit junior high school, they are also here. From the students of San Mariano National High School, from ayan, hashtag sumisiglang San Mariano National High School, to Rafael Faye Ibay Nota, so from my student, okay, from Santa Maria National High School, Macabebe. So good afternoon, everyone, and to all our students, to our EAPP phenomenal students. So last time we talked about the language used in various academic texts, and we differentiated academic language versus social language. So while I am browsing on your comments in our comment section, so what is again the difference between academic language and social language? Ayan, si Gea, sabi niya, good morning. Oh, yan, good afternoon, Gea, from Santa Maria High School. So magandang hapon sa ating lahat. So what is the difference between academic language and social language? Can you differentiate them again? Anyway, while waiting for your responses, how's your weather? Here in Pampanga, I don't know if in the whole province of Pampanga, it's raining. How about you? Kumusta kayo? Kumusta kayo dyan? So, kakagising lang ni friend Gea, di ba? All right. Ayan, so some differences and similarities are posted here. Sabi ni Alan Mark, academic language is formal, while the other one, it is not. Yeah. So it is more formal than social language, according to Rafael Pay Ibay Nota. Yan, to our students, to our EAPP phenomenal student, Gerline, good afternoon. Yeah, to our EAPP phenomenal students in from SDO, Isabela. Yan, magandang hapon po. Good afternoon po. So enjoy our session, EAPP phenomenal viewers. So sabi ni Giancarlo, here in the Philippines is rain. Oh, buong Pilipinas ba? Yan, akala ko dito lang sa Pampanga. Ayan, so Will you please mention another difference or difference between the two, academic and social language? Mhm. Yeah, nasabi, it was mentioned before that it is formal. Academic language is more formal than the social language. Okay, it's also mentioned here, sabi ni Joanna. Okay, okay, here is Faye. Social language uses jargon words. So basically, those are the differences of academic and social language. So, syempre, we're going to award our AF Phenomenal student for week 1 last week. And he is ang pinaka-active. You are all active. You are all participative. But pero merong nanguna. We have our most AF Phenomenal student of our quarter 3 week 1. And he is Jaron. Okay. Alan Mark R. De Jesus of Naga City Science High School. So for you to be posted also here next week. So be active. Okay, always. Anyway, as what I've mentioned, you are always a phenomenal student. So hold on and keep going. So we're done with our lesson for week 1, the academic language used from various disciplines. Now, we will now move on to our next lesson for our week 2, and that is about the types of text structure. And this is our lesson for today, the types of text structures. So our target is for you to, to use knowledge of text structure to glean the information you need. Again, I repeat it. Use knowledge of text structure to glean the information you need. Okay? To glean the information you need. So buckle up and let's start our learning, our fun. At the same time, you should learn, okay, from your learning experiences in English for academic and professional purposes or AF. So let's have this. All right. So we'll we'll be having an activity by analyzing the pictures and try to figure out the meanings being portrayed. So we'll be having a picture analysis, okay, a picture analysis wherein you are going to check, okay, or to analyze its picture and tell something about each, okay, or about each pair or each set. Are you ready? Are you ready? Please give me thumbs up in our comment section to know that you are very ready. Ayan, salamat sa mga papuso ng aking mga estudyante. Alam nyo na kung sino kayo. Thank you very much for the support. Ayan. So, are you ready, guys, for our activity at this time? Okay. So, please comment ready. Ayan. All right. So again, analyze the pictures and try to figure out the meanings being portrayed. Ayan, Gea, tama. Gising na siya. Hindi na good morning. It's afternoon already. Pero maulan kasi, di ba? Parang morning, yung parang bagong gising na, oh, it's morning. Baka nakatulog, no? Napasarap ang tulog ni Gea because as what I've told you, it's raining here in our place, here in Pampanga. I don't know, sa ibang part, if it's also raining, talaga kasarap mag-siesta, matulog. Anyway, thank you for your participation, and I assure you that you'll learn you'll have fun while at the same time you'll learn from our session for today. So let's begin. Okay, what can you say in this picture? Ano nga tayo? Let's have a picture analysis. What can you say? It's about climate change. right? So you can see, okay, the difference between two picture. Yeah, and also here in Canada, sabi ni Carl, sana minsan dalhin mo ako dyan. So I hope I could visit your place there. Okay, so that I could experience also the climate there in Canada. Okay, so the climate change. So how about what's in the picture, what's on the side one and what's on the side two, side A and side B? Will you please describe what can you see from the side A compared to the side B? Left side and right side. Yeah, you're correct. It shows the effect, all right, of climate change. Yeah. So the first one, it's the other side has been experiencing drought, and the other one is it's green. Yeah, that's right. Tama. So that's one way of describing this, okay, by looking at their differences. But healthy and unhealthy nature. How about can you see similarity in the two pictures? Yeah, there are trees. Yeah, there are trees. There's a sky. So nice identification of the similarities and differences. The two seasons, sabi ni Leon Jean Balingasa, both are nature. Tama. So let's now move on. Marami pa yan. How about this one? Mhm. What do you think is the relation of the picture one of or the picture from the what do we call it? It is from the left side to the right side. Same picture but different situation. Natural disasters. Another? Ayan, so napaka-active ng ating mga students from Santa Maria National High School, from San Mariano National High School. Landslide. But how about the connection or the relationship of the two pictures? Yeah, Myzil. Hello, Myzil, and to your classmates. Good afternoon. Ayan, malay nyo minsan, di ba? One of our sessions, yan, Myzil is one of my talented students. Landslide cause of illegal logging. So Diane Hershey, nice. So you can see cause and effect here because of illegal logging, particularly in our mountains. So landslides are happening, deforestation and landslide. Okay, nice observation. How about let's continue the story? Okay, let's continue the story. Yan. How about in our next set of picture? Mm-hmm. Yeah, tama. The first one is the previous photos show the cause and effect relationship. Mhm. There is a new beginning, sabi ni Giancarlo. How about now? Tama. So the relationship of now of this one, of the picture from the left side to the right side. Naunahan ako. Okay lang, kahit naunahan, you can still comment. Okay, you can still post your comment. Okay, Carl, it is resolving the problem. And what's the problem? The landslide. And one way of solving it is to plant trees, okay, to regain our nature. In order to prevent landslide, we need to plant more trees. That is correct. And syempre for the last one. Ayan, to our TVL students, especially those who are taking or who have taken or who are currently taking the food and beverage services or FBS. Ayan, the table napkin. Our students are very good in this skill. So, but then, what can you observe on the picture being presented? What does it show? Yeah, that's the right question. What does it show? Okay, it shows what? The steps on how to create diamond napkin fold. The steps, the sequence, or the hows, di ba? The method in napkin folding. The step-by-step procedure, sabi ni Princess Nicole Bonifacio. The steps. So, very good. So, you are all correct. Okay, so these are steps. So, based on the pictures presented a while back, so there is a picture there that you compared and contrast the scenario between a very beautiful nature and one which is experiencing what do we call this what the El Nino, right? And the other is you've answered about the relationship between illegal logging and landslide. So because of illegal logging, landslides are happening. And on the other picture, be- since, okay, to resolve the landslides, what did you say? Let us plant trees. Nice solution. And on the last part, or in the last picture, to to show the ways on how to fold table napkin. So what did you say? What did you comment? So we have to follow the steps or the tutorial. And that is about the text structures. So we have different ways of expressing ourselves, or in other words, of what do we call that? Of expressing a topic. It can be that one, we are comparing and contrasting, we are showing the problem and the possible solution, we are identifying the effects of particular causes, of some causes, and we can give instructions by giving step by step procedure. And that is text structure. And we will learn more about text structure for today. So, what is text structure? So, how do we define text structure? So, it is mentioned here that text structures, according to WPI 2012, it refers to the way authors organize information in text. Okay? It is the internal organization of a text. That's why recognizing the underlying structure of text can help students, okay, to focus attention on key concepts and relationships, anticipate what is to come, and monitor their comprehension as you read. Okay, as you read. So that is the text structure. In other words, the text structure is the way, okay, the template, the plan, how a text is structured. Okay, how it is written, how it is expressed. So it is imperative that we should be using, or an author is using, a particular text structure to deepen, to explore, or to expound a particular topic. So, did you get text structure, a phenomenal students? Did you understand the definition of text structure? Please give me a thumbs up, or just respond or answer yes, sir. Tutor Alvin, the definition of text structure is clear. Please let me know. So that is text structure. It is the way how text, a paragraph, an article, okay, is presented, is written. So that is the text structure. That is the text structure. So we have different ways on how we can write. Okay? How an author can create or develop a text. And we also call this as the patterns of paragraph development. So we need to identify what type of text structure, okay, an author is creating when we are reading it, so that as readers, we can already determine, oh, this is um because identifying the topic is maybe it is still ambiguous. Example, the topic is about, say for instance, um mobile game addiction. Oh, I think it is too broad. So what's about mobile game addiction? Does the article show the effect of mobile game addiction, or does it only show the step, okay, how or the reasons um, why can a person be considered a mobile game addict? Or maybe what are the problems to solve this what are the solutions to solve this problem, okay, of being a mobile game addict? Not that too addict, but maybe fanatic, or maybe spending your time mostly. Okay, you become now unproductive in such case. All right. So let us now identify what are the different types of text structures, or how a writer can develop his ideas in an academic text. And let us begin with, okay, the narrative. The narrative. So what is about narrative? When you say narrative, how how does an author express or express him or herself using the narrative form or using the narrative structure? Basically, narrative tells a story. It narrates an event or a story. Okay? Or a story. So in here, we are showing the characters, the setting, the conflict, and point of view in the narrative. So if you're going to check the graphic organizer, are you familiar with this graphic organizer? Yeah, this is the plot. Okay, this is the plot. So beginning from the introduction to introduction, or the exposition, to the rising action, to the climax. And after climax, we have the falling action and the resolution, or the denouement. So the free tags plot. That's correct, Alan Mark. So now, what are the signal words for you to determine, narrative itong ginamit ng author dito? It's very simple. Using descriptive language, just like adjectives, adverbs, similes, and metaphors. And it's very easy to locate or to identify what is the text structure na nagamit dito. If it tells a story. If it tells a story. Okay? That's simple. That's how simple it is. If the text is telling a story, wala nang ibang structure yon. That is basically, or that is automatically, or possibly narrative or narration. So that is our first text structure, narrative. So moving on to the next is this one, the chronological process, procedural, or the sequence. From the word chronos, okay? Chronos, which means time, okay? Logo or logic, which means order. So it refers to the time order, which should happen first, second, up to the last. So the chronological order, it presents ideas or events in the order in which they happen. Okay? In an organized time. In an organized time. Remember that. And also, in the sequence or process writing, the information is listed. Okay? Step by step, and explains how to do it and how it happens. That is the chronological or the procedural or the sequential structure. Look at the what do we call this? The graphic organizer. You can see there is a progression okay, of activities, from the first step from the what happened first going up, or maybe progressing up to the end. It presents a timeline of events. Yeah, that's correct, Carl. So to our AF phenomenal students, what you're thinking right now, put it in writing. Type it in so that we can share our ideas based on the current topic we're tackling right now. So, what are the signal words? The signal words. Siyempre, since we are presenting, okay, um, time order, process, or sequence, bantayan natin itong mga words na to like first, second, third. Pag may mga ganyan na yan, posible na yang chronological, procedural, or sequence. Later, next, before, then, finally, after, when, and many others. Basta nagpapakita ng time order. So pag nakita nyo na, nabasa nyo na yan, chronological, procedural, or sequential ang ginamit ni author dito. So we have here some guide questions to prove, okay, to determine talaga that what we are reading is a or fall. Okay, what we're reading falls under this text structure. What items, event, or steps are listed? Are there steps listed? Okay, do they have to or always happen in this order? The sequence, okay, and the structure revealed in the text. So that is chronological, procedural, or sequential order. Is it clear? Are AF phenomenal students? And shall we move on now to the next text structure? Okay, thank you. So next, ayan, it is the cause and effect. Cause and effect. It provides explanation or reasons for phenomena. The phenomena is the effect. Is the effect. What's happening right now? What is happening? What's the current situation? That is the effect. And in the cause and effect, we are identifying the reason, the explanation why this phenomenon, okay, happen. Okay, why um why did this phenomenon happen? And that is cause and effect. Like for example, the graphical organizer is, it is possible that in just a single effect, it happened it happened because of various reasons. Okay, because of various reasons. So many causes, there's a single effect. But is it also possible that due to only one cause or one reason, there are many effects? Is that also possible, AF phenomenal students? Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is. Like, for example, you were not able to finish answering your modules on time prior to submission. So, what are the possible effects of it? So, I think it's not only one that you'll be reprimanded by your teacher. Maybe another effect is, or another result would be, um, you'll be late definitely on your submissions. You'll be considered late, and possibly if you will not sustain, okay, that activeness in submitting your answer sheet, your module answer sheet, unfortunately you might fail. Wag naman sana. All right, so that is the cause and effect. Now let's look for the signal words. Pag may if and then. Okay? Example, if I am going to study my lesson, then I will pass the exam. So that shows cause and effect, or reasons why. As a result, di ba? I will study my lesson. As a result, I will pass the exam. Therefore, right, di ba? Um, ma- m- um, g- what do you call this? Jolly Ann studied her lesson. Therefore, he passed her exam. So it shows cause and effect. Consequently, since so that for due to, when you, ayan, since you understand the lesson, sabi ni Allen, you can report it properly. So look for the following signal words. And now these are the guide questions. What happened? Okay, what happened? And why did it happen? That's the reason. And what caused it to happen? That is the reason why did it happen. So that is the cause and effect. Yan. So malapit na tayo. Moving on to the next structure is the problem solution. Napaka-obvious ng ating mga text structure, right? So the problem solution, identify the problems. After identifying the problems, we should pose or give solution. Okay? So identifying what's the existing problem, what's the problem? What's the dilemma? Okay? Needed to be resolved. And when you pose solutions to this problem, basically it falls under this text or article falls under the category of problem solution text structure. So what are the key words or the signal words? We have the problem is, the dilemma is, if and then, pwede rin, because, so that, question and answer, and puzzle is solved. And the guide question here is, just identify, what is the problem? Okay? What is the problem? Identify the problem. And then, what can be done to solve the problem? So that is the problem solution. In the entire text, you will first identify the problem. You will first see that the author identified the problem. And check it out to the succeeding paragraphs. If the author suggested or presented solutions to that problem. And with no doubt, that is a problem solution structure. Or in other words, the author uses problem solution structure in developing that paragraph. Yan. RD Manansala, good afternoon. And to our program head, hello, Ma'am Nova Dolor Pelayo. Okay, so are you still there? Please comment down below if you're still there and ready for the next part or the next text structure. Next is we have the compare and contrast. In the compare and contrast, compare, contrast, comparison, contrasting. We are discussing two ideas here. Of course, two. But that, remember, comparing and contrasting can also occur between and among, even among three above, okay? Three or more ideas, events, or phenomena, showing how they are different and how they are similar. What important here in the compare and contrast, there are at least two things, two events, two phenomena na hahanapan mo ng pagkakapareho or the similarities at hahanapan mo ng pagkakaiba, that is the differences. Or those are the differences. Now, in order for you to be guided in identifying the similarities and differences of two or more concepts or ideas, let's follow. What do we call this graphic organizer, class? Ito, mabenta ito when we are comparing and contrasting. What do we call this graphic organizer? Which has two circles which are overlapping. Okay? Overlapping circles. Not that really super overlapping, but there is they have a small overlapping part. Yeah, that is Marvin, the Venn diagram. It is correct. Jenny, you got it right. Gaya and Allen. This is the Venn diagram, Stephen. So these are now the, what do you call is this the signal words for you to identify the, what do we call it, if it is comparing and contrasting. Yan. However, yet, diba? We have nevertheless, on the other hand, but, whereas, similarly, although, also, likewise, showing similarity. Oh, how about you are, example, yeah, Ma'am Jasmine Manalo, my co-teacher in Santa Maria National High School. Good afternoon po. Good afternoon po, ma'am. Ayan, the Venn diagram. That's correct. Thank you for participating. Ayan, so in the same way, just as it shows the similarities and differences. Okay? And the last, definitely not least, definition or description. Definition, defining. Description is describing the topics by listing characteristic, features, attributes, and example. Our graphic organizer here is a concept map. The topic is in the middle, and you keep on defining the concept, describing it. And expectedly, you should come up with a descriptive text or with an article or text following the definition or the description structure. So that is the definition or description. And those are the text structures. Did you get them all? The six, our basic types of text structures. If you get, okay, yeah, if you understand them all, will you please list down the text structures we've talked about? Now, let's now have the reasons, or maybe what is the importance of identifying or using text structure. First is using text structure, we can organize the information and details that you are learning in your mind while reading. So when you are reading, mas maiintindihan mo kasi yung binabasa mo if you know the flow, if you know the structure, why is it written or how it is written. So napakahalaga na hindi ka lang nagbabasa. When you are reading, it's very imperative, it's very important to know, nagkukwento siya dito, narrative. Comparing and contrasting yung ginagawa niya dito. Kino-compare niya ang mga kabataan ngayon sa mga kabataan ngayon. So at least you can have a deeper, okay, understanding of the text once you know how to identify the text structure. Number two, you can make connections between the details being presented in the text. Since you already know the text structure of the text you are reading, therefore it would be easier for you to make connections or to link one idea from the other. Or it is also possible nga now you might possibly know what would happen next. Yan. Carl mentioned also to better understand why the author wrote the piece. And lastly, summarize the important details shared in a text. It is true. There are some students who are having a hard time summarizing a text. Why? Because they can't even understand what the text is all about. So in order for you to summarize it effectively, know its structure. Ano ang pinaglalaban ng teksto? Is it narrative? Is it comparison or contrast? Or how it is written? Is it just only defining or describing, showing a problem or a solution? So it's very important. And dapat, that structure must retain, okay, to your summarized version. And those are the reasons why we need to identify, okay, the text structure of a particular article or academic text. So let's have a recap. So for today, we talked about the types of text structures. So again, comment, okay, comment down below the types of text structures we have talked about. We have narrative, chronological, cause and effect, descriptive, problem solution, and compare, contrast. Okay, thank you, thank you. So those are all correct. Yan. So now, even though Tutor Aaron is not around because of a very important matter. But I think definitely next week we'll be meeting him again. So it's your AF moment to shine. So same as the mechanics. So you'll be answering at this juncture, okay, in this program or in this part of our program, you'll be, it's your moment to shine and use the learnings you gain from our discussion. It's your moment to shine, AF moment to shine. So it's very simple. Identify the text structure based on the given statement. Mhm. The choices are there, the six things we've talked about. Just identify the text structure based on the given statement. First, please identify the number, okay, or please indicate the number of your answer. Number one, this text structure is how are things in the text similar or different? Keywords pa lang, gets na natin. What text structure is this? Okay? Is how are things, Erica Francine, ang bilis ng internet. That's correct. Compare and contrast. Yeah, keep on commenting and show your answer that you really understand our lesson. Number two, the text structure that discusses what is specifically being described. Mhm. Yan, si Ma'am Jan, andito pa. Yeah, thank you for your participation. The text structure that discusses what is specifically described. Teddy, my attorney, description, it is correct or descriptive. Number three, the text structure that shows event taking place over time or gives steps is what? What text structure is this? This is, okay, Erica, it is chronological. That is correct. Yan, RD is still here. Thank you. Yan, Mark Gabriel, chronological. Yeah, sequential is also accepted. Alan, and chronological. Next, number four. This text structure tells what the conflict is or problem and how it was solved. This text structure tells what the conflict is or problem and how it was solved. Okay lang yan. Better late than never. What important is that you are here. Anyway, your presence is very appreciated. So it is, number four is, ang bilis ni, ni Allen, nasa five na agad. Okay, number four. Okay, Jasmine, this is problem solution. Okay, at dahil gusto na ni Allen ng number five, let's give it to you. The sentence structure that narrates a story. What is this? That's okay. Okay lang yan. The sentence structure that narrates a story. This is, okay, Carl, narrative. Erica, narrative. Mark Gabriel, narrative. And that's definitely the answer. Okay, bless, narrative. Tama. That is correct. It tells a story. And let's make number six more challenging because I'll not be giving the description or definition of the text structure, but I'll be giving an example. And please identify the text structure used in this one. Let us read it all together. Lots of students fail classes. Some students fail because the work is too hard for them. Other times, they may fail because they are lazy and don't do any work. Baka bago ko pa nga matapos itong binabasa ko, alam nyo na agad anong text structure ito. Let me continue. Another reason why students may fail is if they don't go to school. If you're not in class, you may miss a lot. Many students fail classes every quarter. What text structure is this? Yeah, ang galing. Okay, this is, okay, cause and effect. So again, it's really your moment to shine. Hey, phenomenal students. So give yourselves virtual claps or a round of applause. So, okay, so that's it. So anyway, I would like to hear your thoughts or feedback on how can I improve or how we can improve your experience. So please scan the QR code here and visit, okay, this site to give for your feedbacks, okay? So thank you very much. So anyway, we're inviting everyone to please join our seeding ng pag-asa for the last day on Feb 26, 2022. Okay, so please wear any costume of imitating or impersonating national artists, okay, or even your artistic, okay, attire. So we're done with the week 2, the types of text structure. Always remember, an important feature of academic texts is that they are organized in a specific way. They have clear structure. This structure makes it easier, di ba, for you, for your reader to navigate your text and understand the material better. It also makes it easier for you to organize your materials talaga. So the structure of an academic text should be clear throughout the text and within each section, paragraph, and even sentence. And that's it for today. Thank you for your participation, phenomenal students. This has been Tutor Alvin. See you next Tuesday for more thrilling adventures. And always remember to be phenomenal, be fantastic, and be powerful. In English, for academic and professional purposes. Only here on ETUlay Live. See you next time, phenomenal students!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!